this thing will pop up, and then we'll add a slice in the middle of the text, so it will split the text into two different things.
Exactly,
right?
to replicate basically the experience that you could get in nice rich text editor that manage bulk.
I have the results. Nuha told me the results, but wait, let's wait a little bit. So I saw some people love Notion, looking forward to their API beta. Let me see. Someone talked about shareable slices between types. This is what we already have it with Slice Machine, right? Today, if you use Slice Machine, I'm talking to Michael, you have these kind of shareable slices between the custom types. So when you update it, it will update in every custom type that it exists. So it's a new Notion, but today you need to use Slice Machine to get it.
Yeah, I will invite you, Michael, to have a look at the product meetup that we did in October. I think it's October. Yes. I'm not sure it's October, where we present Slice Machine and the Slice Builder, the Slice Machine UI, where we introduce a shared slice basically, and the way it works with Slice Machine and in Prismic. So that's something that we implemented because it's a feedback that we got a lot, and you're not the only one that was looking for that. So yeah, we worked on that, and we'll push even further the approach in the next months to come.
Michael asks, awesome, can I use Slice Machine with Ruby on Rails? You can make a provider. Actually, we are not yet. So we're working on revamping the CLI and to make a plugin system.
Exactly.
Right. Can you tell us about where we are at this? Maybe.
So yeah, that's something that
we're talking future.
Yeah, right? Exactly. but that's okay. I think answering the question now is maybe less structured, but at least we are answering that. So Slice Machine, one of the biggest subjects that the team in Slice Machine is working is to revamp basically all the tooling, all the utils that we provide through a CLI. So basically we provide some automation to make a Next.js or a Next.js project compatible with Slice Machine. And so what we are doing at the moment is to revamp completely the CLI so that anyone from the community that wants to add the support of Slice Machine to any technology, being Gatsby, being Ruby, being whatever, can add his own plugin, can build his own plugin and can add it to the CLI so that the setup will be integrated through the CLI. So in this, it's the Slice Machine team, and more specifically is Mark that is working on that. We should be able to have a first version of the CLI revamped on January. Plugin should be something that we could provide around February though.
Yeah. And again, for Cecile and for Michael, they exist, shareable slices. So basically, you can share the slices between custom types, and it's real sharing. So if you change it in one place, you change others, but you need Slice Machine for that. Dragana puts a link there. There's another, Samuel, thank you. Sadek's shirt is, that's the dragon jacket that I have. I love this. I only get it out in special occasions. This is a special occasion.
If you answer right, we offer Sadek's shirt.
Maybe people will try to answer wrong, right? Who wants a shirt with shiny dragons there? But I really love it. I saw another thing. The text for the content document in the Prismic UI, the default is not always great for identifying documents. I think in the listing, I'm thinking maybe it's in the listing sure. where you have the list and then the title. Is it about the title? Who asked the question? Mark, are you talking about the listing? And then we have this text, the title, that will be shown. If it's that, then actually there are already different solutions that you can use yourself to improve the situation. And we are deploying something better for that. So maybe we can talk about that, but can you please confirm that this is what you're talking about?
That's it. So
you're sure?
He replied. He said yes, exactly.
Okay.
So yes. So first there is a thing, but needs configuration that can help you. Is basically you can in your custom type specify which field should be taken into as the document title basically that you will see in the list. That's something that we provide, though we are going a bit further. At the moment we are deploying a feature and we are rolling it out for everyone progressively that introduced what we call display name. And so basically what you will do and what you will have is the ability to basically set your display name in the interface. So at the top of the Prismic editor, you will be able to just type the name that you would like to see in the document list. And yeah, that's something that we are rolling out at the moment. I think everyone will get it at the beginning of next year. And if you want to have it now, Mark, you can ask for the feature on the community forum, and we'll activate it for you with pleasure.
So I guess this is the time we announce the first winner of today for the first question, which was how many slices last month we got created. And the winner is... Noah, can you announce the winner, please? I don't know. Is your mic working?
I'm not sure. Is my mic working? Cool. The winner is Nikki Brown. Sorry, Louise, you were super close, but actually Nikki got it right just before the end.
We start with the Sonos, right?
Oh, we
started with the Sonos.
Oh, sorry, I gave you the wrong thing. So that's me. I mixed up things.
I want to finish with the Bose.
You want to have the Bose, basically.
Yeah, I know the answer.
So it's rather the Sonos, right?
So yeah.
This is the first one. Nikki, congratulations.
You'll be able to listen to the playlist where we put songs, the meetup playlist that we've created.
And I really love the Sonos. They are really good quality. I mean, this is we have several of them at in the office, right?
But Nikki, if you have too many, you can give it to Louise.
You have some Sonos. Oh, yeah, one more Sonos. You can put it in the kitchen, right? I mean, hey, just. I feel like kind of robbed. So, if someone agrees, the one that wins the next gift, if they agree, you can swap gifts with them.
Yeah, maybe you can negotiate, Nikki.
I mean, yeah, someone has to win the next one. Try not to win the next one, and then you can swap, right?
Yeah, we remove Nikki from the next contest, no?
No, we don't. Okay.
En fait, we are not even sure that Nikki Brown is really Nikki Brown. Maybe it's like Simon.
That
has access to the data.
He didn't tell me that, but last time he was the what was it the name
Average Joe, yeah.
And I was answering and it was him. Anyway, do you want to fire the next question maybe?
Maybe I would like to talk a bit more about what we are doing at the moment, because it's a subject related. So we it's API, right? The next question we talk about API.
But there were another thing that you talked about what we were doing and we didn't answer.
No, like the second.
Did you finish about the title and all that?
Yeah, no, the big also the big investment and the big focus that we had during the year was about releasing a lot of improvement about the integration fields, and that's something that we invested quite a lot, and that a lot of our clients are talking about and requesting too. So if you don't know what is integration field, I will invite you to watch the previous meetup where we talked about it. We have in Prismic a system that will connect to your external catalog, being a Shopify catalog, Magento, or even any API basically. And that's really interesting for a lot of use cases where people talk about Write API. It's really interesting because we can connect with an external API and we don't really need the Write API for that. And so what we did during this year was to increase the size of the catalog that we can support to support big usages. Big usage, not S, no, in English.
Well, everyone is used to French people putting S everywhere.
Big usage. We introduced for the first time in Prismic also for this specific feature of Write API, so you can now send data to integration field in order to have data that will synchronize and refresh really fast in your API, so that basically when you do a switch, a change in your pricing, like discount, or that you are launching a flash sale, basically we get the data right away and we pass it to your API right away. And that's something that a lot of people love, and that we invested quite a lot. And again, it was a big focus this year. That was really cool. Now we started to work on big subject too during this year that we are still continuing to improve, mainly around scalability, because we have bigger and bigger clients that are coming to the platform. And
more and more requests. Even our old clients, they're getting success.
Yes.
And they have more clients. So if they have more clients, we have more API calls, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So one of the things that we're working on is
to basically isolate the request of each client in order to guarantee stable response time, guarantee stable availability of the API, even though we were guaranteeing that anyway, but like again improving the performance of the API.
So
but yeah,
basically
we
we want to implement elastic scalability. So basically infinite scalability. So anytime we have more requests, then there are more machines that spawn, and each request will get its own machine, so that there's isolation basically.
and that's probably a subject that we'll tackle in the next product meetup.
Yeah, we should explain it, and we can get with architecture schema, and we talk about how we deal with things. I mean, I like these kind of topics. I guess some people would like to hear more about this.
And last month with Black Friday and all those clients that joined the platform, we basically arrive at we arrived at a record in terms of API calls basically on the platform, and that's the next question where you will be able to win an Apple Watch basically. I know it's the Bose.
The Bose is the end.
Okay,
no,
it's the
Bose. Yeah, the Bose. Okay, so you're in the Bose. Can you show the Bose? This one. You just bought one, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's a Bose
there it is,
700.
there it is.
Yeah,
There it
I
is.
was
This is
listening
yours?
to music before. So, 2 minutes again. The person that will manage to find the number of API call that we handled last month will win a Bose 700.
How many API calls did we handle last month? Okay, let's see who starts. 100. Is it more than 100?
It's more.
More than 100 for the month. 8 million.
It's
A
more.
little bit more.
More.
100 million. A little bit more.
50 million. A little bit more.
Wait. Let people suggest a little bit.
No,
more.
they said 50 million.
Yeah.
So it's more.
It's a bit more.
It's a lot more.
No, come on. I mean, we go step by step, right?
It's a lot more.
500 million. A little bit more. More than 500 million.
$1 milliard.
1 million. Well,
It's
a little
It's
bit
a little
more.
bit more.
A little bit more.
A little bit?
So 100.5
2
2
billion.
billion.
5 trillion. I would like to get that number. Less than 3 trillion or 5 trillion.
2 billion.
More
But
than
more
2
than 2
billion.
billion. How much time? No.
1
Oh,
minute.
no, you showed the number. Don't show the number. Oh, no, it's not shown.
No.
It's a studio, right? Review. Okay. I thought you scared me. I thought you showed the number on the screen.
1 minute left.
1 minute left.
Yes.
1 minute left.
And we
100
So
billion.
The
No,
we
it's
didn't
less.
we didn't arrive yet at the number.
Yeah, the closest
10
would be
10 billion.
Paul at 5.7.
10 billion is close, right?
Yes, 10 billion is close.
A bit more, a little bit more.
Half were mine during bug fixing. Sorry. No problem, Eduardo.
Eduardo. That's good.
So it's less, Louise.
But it's close to 10 billion.
So more than 10
Samuel is getting
billion.
close.
Yeah.
Louise is getting close as well.
Nick is getting close.
Oh, come on, not always the same winners.
It's not the same Nick.
Not the same Nick. Nick, you're very close.
Nick is very close, yes.
Now you need to start giving more
Details.
Yeah,
More
because
details,
Nick
like-
and James are equal now.
But someone
get it
copied
bigger.
like the closest one, right? We
Yes.
said Nick is really close, so someone copy pasted the number.
That's a good trick.
Yeah.
It's. Oof, I'm not
So
sure.
the closest that got,
It's over.
it's over, right? Okay.
So
it's over.
the first one that provided the closest number, is that right?
Yes. I need to recheck. I'll go
So
back.
we'll let you check Nuha, and we move to the next topic.
Maybe we should provide the answer, no?
Yes.
No, wait.
Wait, what?
Let people have some kind of. we can get to it. Nuha will have to check. There are a lot of people. They gave a lot of numbers. Let's check. Like make sure that we know.
So you win a Bose and Sadek's shirt with the for the next
I
one.
don't give it to anyone. One second. I mean, maybe we can find it on internet. This is the Bose, right?
This is the Bose. So it's over. It's over. It's over. Noah is checking everything, and will get back to us with the winner. The winner. So yeah, we discussed it. Basically, we increased the number of PA calls like drastically during this year. We had during Black Friday like the biggest number that we ever saw on the platform, and that's just the shirt. Like people want only the shirt.
Maybe we should. I should make a shop out of it. Anyway, so there's I don't know what you were talking about.
No, I was talking about the fact that we had a huge Black Friday month, November month. That was that we picked to this number basically that maybe Flo can see. So yeah, we did more than 15 billions of requests, getting closer to the 16 billion basically, and closer. We see that this increase like.
I mean,
month over month.
Yeah, it increases all the time.
Yeah.
And the thing that we have to thank our DevOps team, right? I mean, not only, but our DevOps team are the ones that are doing the magic, so we don't have any problems with these kind of numbers. So Mehdi and Michel, thank you very much for all what you're doing in automation, so that this always runs well together with all the team. And here I want to remind you. So here's the thing: I told you can give a gift, the Bose, right? We talked about the Bose, right? You can give it to a Prismic team number, someone. So it could be someone that you're talk to all the time. So someone in the customer success, someone in the high touch team, in the community, Renaud, myself. But also you can give it to someone in the DevOps team, Mehdi and Michel. If you think that it's great that your API calls has been handed. This is great. Well, you give it to someone of Mehdi and Michel.
I already have one, so not for me.
Not for you. You don't like. You will sell it.
Yeah.
He will give it to Mehdi to sell it. But so write please your favorite person in the Prismic team on the chat, and we will and they will get that kind of gift. We'll count by the end the different votes, and they will get a gift. Some people, I guess you talk often to, some people talk often to, I don't know, Simon, Noor, who are the other names?
In this team, Sarah, Antoine,
Nathanael,
François.
You have the designers, Anthony, maybe you know them.
No,
Benjamin, probably not.
Probably not,
But
yeah.
if you like the design, there is Anthony and Benjamin. I love our team, and there is Flo behind, and he helps us with this event. So maybe you can give something to Flo as well. So don't hesitate to write the names. I guess everyone is waiting to see who won here. Are you ready, Nuha, or not yet?
I sent you.
Well, can we put the mic to give the mic to? Yeah, we have the mic off, Nuha, right?
I guess I should say whoever decided the winner of this contest. So Noah. Someone is trying to bribe you.
So, of course, Sadek gave me the mic when he cannot tell the name of the person because it's hard to say. It's Nick Verwijmeren. I hope I don't say it's too bad.
You're worse than me.
I'm so sorry,
Maybe
Nick.
type it.
Yeah, I think he can, at least recognize himself, no? Oh, here, let's say Nick. Oh, yeah.
Yay! So we understood.
So Nick, you won these great headphones.
So for sure we'll have to contact you in order to get your address and to send that to you. So yeah.
You were very close. You were like the closest you could get with this number of numbers you put in the thing.
So I think we have 8 minutes left. So yeah, around 10 minutes. So basically, if we count 2 minutes for the contest, and we do maybe we give you a bit of details on what will come next and what we are currently working on, and what will be the next thing.
Also, I would like to have maybe you can mute Nuha's mic again so that we don't have the echo. I don't know if that happens. It still happens, but in case. So in case, I would like also to have people's questions. Because you know
Yeah.
now we're talking about things that we did, and you know you've seen features, but keep asking us questions, because then also we can live answer you live on your questions and try to explain things for you. So keep asking questions in the chat, not only guessing the numbers, but also you can ask questions about, I don't know, Slice Machine, about the API, about what did we talk about as well, the integration in
fields.
different integration fields you talked about,
Yeah.
the integration with the different frameworks. Keep asking these questions, and now we'll also move to our forecast for 2021,
Oula.
and you can have also questions about that.
So we just add the question
That's the
appearing
next
on,
question.
appearing on the screen. So we'll not do this one.
That was supposed to be the next one.
So we'll do another one maybe.
We'll do another one. Yeah.
Yeah, happy to get the question. So maybe we'll have to extend a bit the time. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
I don't know if
Edward
Edward
do it.
can extend, or someone can extend the time. There were a question though. But there are a lot of guesses. I don't know. But someone talked about how can we integrate with agencies. Translation agencies,
Okay.
basically. And maybe you can talk. You want to talk? Maybe we can talk more about what we did. How do you want to organize this?
But we can.
I'm fine with everything.
We can talk about localization in a broader way, basically, and talk about what.
And then we jump to
Yeah,
what
exactly.
okay. So let's talk about localization first.
So the first thing that probably is the fact that Prismic integrates localization, and you can have like a different local to manage your content, and you can integrate your team directly in Prismic in order to do the translations. Now the thing is, we saw with the increasing.
I think localization deserves a little bit more.
You want to explain
It's
what
very
is
simple,
localization?
Very simplified.
Okay,
Like,
so
I will do it.
You do it?
Yeah, and
Okay,
then
I
you will jump
rest.
into the roles.
I rest
Okay,
now.
you get the break. So basically, what happens is you can start with developing a project, and then you have there are different ways to do localization, right? One of them is like to say, okay, I have this content, I have this website, and I want to allow people to browse it in different languages. There are some countries that have different languages, like in the States, often you will have Spanish as well, right? In Belgium you have 3 languages. I guess in Switzerland you have 4 languages or something. What are the languages in Switzerland? Like Italian, German, and I guess English and something else.
I don't know.
In Luxembourg, they have the same thing. So it's more about like legislation and the population speak different languages, and that's why you will do it that way. So that's one use case. And the other is like, I have my content, but I have to localize my content to different areas, right? Different regions. And mostly it's different content sometimes, like maybe similar, but a little bit different.
Well, let's imagine the simple case, like you are a brand, a fashion brand, you are L'Oréal or a brand like this, and basically you know that you don't basically sell the same product in all markets. You might have some products that works well in the Russian market or the French market, and that you don't want to sell in other markets. Let's say you need probably also to update your images because you don't use the same model on the French market than in the American one. So all that is about localization. You will have to create specific content for your market. You might market specific product for a specific market too. So all that is what we call localization. And we see like an increasing number of people in the platform, and an increasing number of clients in the platform that are using localization pretty heavily, developing new markets and everything. And so at some point, if you want to have a better control on the workflow and how you manage the translation and the localization inside Prismic, you need roles, and you need to have some.
So first, you can have different areas, different localizations that we have,
that we said,
and then
and then we introduced roles in order to basically have specific editors. Yeah, you seem to smile. Specific editors, specific user that will work for a specific market, and that's something that we introduced recently. That we are currently still continue to roll out for some clients. So that's a thing, but this is related only to translation inside Prismic. So now, if you want,
basically that's if your process is you have different teams inside and they have access to Prismic and they translate there.
Exactly. If
Now,
you want to integrate with the platform because you don't want your translator to be integrated in Prismic, today that's not something that we provide out of the box. We have some partners like Crowdin that created an integration and allows you to import, export like some contents and manage the translation workflow a bit easier when you integrate with those platforms.
Like, can you give examples of these?
Crowdin is one. That's already one that is integrating properly. Now, in the future, what we would like to do, and that's one of the big subjects that we are tackling and starting to work on at the moment, is to improve the whole workflow around collaboration in Prismic, but also outside of Prismic. So we started to implement roles per local. We are starting to implement other features, and that's something. By the way, what you can see, you can look at what we are progressing on prismic.io/progress. That lists all the different topics that we are working on. So you should see bulk actions, for example, that is a subject that will lead us to a better workflow and to allow us to do better collaboration between users.
So basically, like a workflow. When we talk about workflow, like it can be anything, but it could be like, okay, I have content, I need to send it to someone. They need to translate it, and then they will send it back, and I need to review what they send back, so that I see, okay, I got new translations, and I will review them and then integrate them. So this is one way we want to handle basically this kind of workflow thing.
And what we would like to do is basically, as you suggested, integrate with like a platform in the future, so that you can basically ask for a translation and then get it back into Prismic. So that's something that we'll work on next year for sure. We already started to do the preparatory work to work on that, so that's something that you can expect to see next year.
Okay, that's great. Again, another reminder, if you want to offer someone from the Prismic team a gift, someone you contacted, you talked to, don't hesitate to put their name, and we'll by the end see who's the winner.
So people that are implementing bulk actions at the moment, because I see, bulk action, this will make my clients happy. So if you want to give a vote for someone in the team, the people that are working on bulk action at the moment are Vincent, Amaury, and Tony. So maybe
if you give them a gift, maybe they will work
faster.
This is not how it works in Prismic, but anyway. Ramon says, I think the real winner here is Nuha wearing a Santa hat. In this trying times.
So yeah, that's a good transition that we had this question, because that's one of the biggest subject that we'll work on beginning of next year. And we start like bulk actions and everything related to collaboration. So basically, bulk action will be probably the first subject to be worked on and to be released at the beginning next year. Yeah.
I didn't catch the question about bulk actions, but I would like to maybe if a person can tell us why do they need bulk actions, what for, because that will be also always we ask this question, and I know sometimes it's annoying because we keep asking the same question, but it helps us a lot to understand, like, what's your scenario, what are you trying to achieve, to which the bulk action will be a great help. And of course, Dragana is around. Dragana is managing our user research, and she'll be happy to have these kind of answers. James wants to vote to multiple people. James, I'm sorry, you have to vote for a single person. Or is it the rule, right? The rule is one person.
I don't know how we will manage that, like filtering the different votes. I am happy not to do that. Yeah. So in the big subject that will come in 2021 and that we are working on. So as I said, like bulk action will be probably the first one that you will see a big impact in the platform. This is something that anyway will be worked on over time, and that will be continuously improved over time next year. We will continue for sure all the development around Slice Machine, because we see that the approach is fitting really well, that the feedback is really good, and we have an ambition on this project that goes way further than just what we released yet. So that's something that will be a huge also that will see a huge investment in the future. We discussed many of the future improvements that we could pass, like we discussed variation, and we are still looking for people in order to study your use case in order to understand that. If you want, like, okay, this cable is really ugly. Let me get rid of it. Okay, that's much prettier, right? You don't have that kind of white thing.
if you really want us to go quicker into implementing things, please help us with the user research, because this way we can get to a conclusion much quicker, and then we can go and implement things. Because the most of the time is not the implementation, is like, okay, this is important, this is clear, and then we can go and implement it, and then you will get something that works for your use case, right? I see Dragana here is trying to win the gift here. Dragana says, "I'm the one that always listens to you." So our lovely users, she's speaking her words. I don't know, James. You can vote for different people.
You
we'll
change.
see- we'll
You
do
change.
I know,
You can vote
he
for
really-
one person. You can vote
he
for two
really wants
people.
it.
You can
He
vote for
really-
three.
He really wants it. So
So yeah.
James is
Yeah.
telling about
Bulk delete.
yeah, bulk delete, right? My client wanted to bulk delete documents. I seem to remember that there were a problem with conflicting UIDs, but I think you fixed this bug earlier this year. Do you have a comment on that?
No, I don't think we fixed this bug. Enfin, we do have a feature that allows you to have like to manage UIDs, and we keep history of UIDs. We know that sometimes the feature is not like the easiest feature to understand and might create confusion. So yes, you might need to delete document that were using a previous UID. That's something that we see pretty often, and that's one of the cases that we'll handle with bulk actions.
But let me maybe remind of why we keep the different
UID.
UIDs, because it's very important. There's something about the web that if you change, like about SEO in general, if you keep changing the URL. So basically, imagine you have a document at slash, let's say, give me
Slash my page one.
my page, okay, and then you wanted to rename it into something else, like so basically we're talking about the URL of the page, not the document or anything like that. Well, my page, you will put it as the UID of the document, right? Because this is how you fabricate the URL. Now imagine now you want to change it because it wasn't the proper name. The proper name is awesome page,
Yeah.
right? So you want to change it to that. The thing is, you need to forward all the old occurrences of the URL to the new URL. Why? Because you published it. The web already have a lot of links maybe about your page. Like maybe they're on Reddit, maybe there is on Slack, maybe there's so many places in the world that have the URL of your the old URL of your page, and you want to have some kind of mechanism so that you forward all the old to the new ones. Not only it's useful for users so that they click and they don't get 404, but also it's important for SEO. Because then whatever popularity your page had, then you'll feed it into the new page. So Google understands, okay, it's the same page, it's just that we changed URL. So it's a very important feature. Now to implement this feature, you need to understand when for instance, if you're doing a query to my page, you do a query in your code like my page, then we tell you, yes, this document exists, but it changed its UID, and the new UID is this. By knowing this information in the code, you can say, okay, then I will respond with a forward. What is that for?
It's
I don't know.
well, I don't remember.
Yeah, so we will respond with a status, with the HTTP status that tells that this moved permanently to the other URL. Moved
301?
permanently. Yeah, probably, but it's the moved permanently. So someone maybe can put it in the chat. And this way you will be good on the URL, so you don't break them, and you will be good on SEO. That's why it's important. Now, of course, if there are some cases where you don't need that because you just want, you are developing in, you are not in production, and then you want to change things, and that's why it's important to delete all documents or to have some way to manage that. But that's the reason why we have UIDs stay around. 301, yeah.
Wow. I want something.
Sorry,
I said 301.
No, you
Did
don't.
I want something?
Sorry. You
Did I
already
want
have
something?
your headphones anyway. So we are beyond time anyway, but we have still one gift here to give. I don't know. Do we have a question? Right, we have a question, right?
We have two. So
No,
please,
so not the link
not
resolver.
show with the link. Not show the link resolver because we
showed it already.
We showed it already.
So the last question. Can we show the last question for the Apple Watch here?
So the last question is not showing, I think, but the logo grid is. So the question is, which of this logo is not a client of Prismic?
I think you see on the screen a lot of logos. And the question is, which of these logos are not a Prismic client, right? How many time? How much time?
But like
Uh-huh.
a minute, because in 2 minutes you have time to give all names, no? Huh?
There's only one who's not today.
There's only one.
There's only one that is not a Prismic client.
No, it's not Betfair.
Someone, no, you should not. Should we say yes or no?
I don't know. Maybe not.
Can you put it back, the grid?
Let,
To make
let
it
people
too
try.
easy.
It will make it too easy. Yeah.
But like, also should have one guest, no? Or you list everything
Oh,
in
yeah.
1 minute.
No, if people have different, I mean,
30 seconds.
you
Now.
can list
It's,
everything.
we still have
Yeah,
only
one
30
guess. The
seconds.
first guess counts, not the second. Only the
No.
first guess counts. So
30 seconds. 20 seconds.
that was too few time.
Like, and what you know what will be funny? No one will find it, so we'll give a second round.
We'll give a second round. Yeah.
Or we do 2 minutes. Or we wait until someone finds it.
So how much
Ah,
time
yes,
did
we
you
can do
time it?
Ah, Ramon found it.
Okay, so Raman won.
Yes.
We have a winner.
We have a winner. We have the winner of the Apple Watch.
The what?
What is it?
The Apple Watch.
The Apple Watch.
I can make fun of someone accent now. I will use it.
No, all of them are our clients except
Except Gucci.
Gucci. So
Yet.
yeah. Maybe they use it somewhere. So Ramon is a winner, I guess. Nuha will verify to see that if anyone.
I checked.
You're sure, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, congratulations.
Congrats.
then,
My
Ramon.
congrats to everyone that wins something
Today, yeah, right?
today. So maybe you can give like a recap of who won, Noah.
Yes. So Nikki won the Sonos. Nick Verweimerer won the Bose headphones, and Ramon won the Apple Watch. And I will contact you maybe tomorrow to get your address. So maybe you will have it before Christmas.
Who are you sending the beanie to?
The
Like you're sending the beanie with the Bose or with the
I will
Watch?
put it like it's a surprise gift in one of your gifts. And I will wash it before I send it, of course.
So maybe now we can get a few questions again, because we don't have much time left. Anyway,
How
we
much?
extended. It's already 7:10.
Okay.
7.
So like 5 minutes.
PM. So we have like maybe 5 or 10 minutes maximum, because we extended the time. And a reminder: you can make someone from Prismic team win these nice headphones by simply saying putting their name on the chat, and we'll count the votes, and we'll give that kind of gift to them.
Any questions?
So someone was saying we made the design of Royal Design. Didn't know they were using Prismic. Actually, they were one of the early believers in Prismic, and I really love them because they early on. There's one day where we have to talk about the story of Prismic, right? It's a long story, because I'm very happy to be here today, and it has been like it will. In June we'll have like 4 years of a separate company, and that wasn't. I remember back then. It was a dream, right? It was a dream to have a company, to have to have clients, to grow and to have revenue and to pay, salaries and people and all that. And today everything is running, and this is great. I see this feedback thing. I don't, but you can refresh.
Give 5 stars.
Give 5 stars. I guess people got used to it anyway. To refresh, let's see how many people we will lose. Let me see here.
So 4 years. 4 more years.
4 more days. What?
No, like
Okay, I'm back in Hopin. Let's see how many people are around. 15 people. Let's see if 18, 19.
people are coming back.
Yeah, Bob is saying amazing. Would love to hear the whole story. We'll make an episode, a product meetup only about the story.
In June.
It will take in June.
For the
yeah,
for the
for the
4 years.
anniversary. Yeah, we could do that. or maybe earlier. Maybe there will be an event where I can talk about the story. I will make a special one, a special day about this. So, but to make things very short, like we started as a project, like that was a long time ago as a project in a company, and in the market there's a lot of competition, but we could survive and grow, and that's why today I'm very, very glad to be in this kind of situation where we can talk to our users. We have a lot of success in different places, and that's thanks to you, and that's why I started talking about this, because Royal Design, they trusted us since the beginning of that spin-off that was 4 years ago, and it's really great. And there are different other companies, and they believed in us, and that's why we exist, because of our clients. So first of all, thanks to you. Thanks for trusting us, for making your project with our company, with our product, basically, because that helps us be like this without actually looking for any VCs, right? And this is extraordinary. It's very hard to exist without VCs until the stage where we are at. So thanks for trusting us. So let's see maybe if we have questions. So
if not, it was a good ending.
There.
You have to know when to stop.
Wonderblind is a client. Actually, one of the answers was like Wonderblind, but Wonderblind is a client, and one of the ones that also trusted us. And I really like Yotam. He's a really great guy.
He was here, like on the studio.
He was here in the studio, and interviewed him, and he's a smart guy, and it's really good to work with him. All our clients we really like them, I guess. Question: are you considering to implement support for multi-site apps, meaning multiple domains but one repo? Okay, Michael, if you're still around, please tell us what is the thing that doesn't work with multiple domains. I mean, there's one thing that I could think of is the edit button. That might be a bit complicated to understand where to forward to. If you click on the edit button and you want to find the document, if you have multiple domains, then I don't know if you can guess. For preview, or I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. Probably the preview, but the edit button should work.
The preview probably.
Well, it depends.
Yeah,
really.
I don't know.
And even it's doable. But
if Michael, if you have some kind of precision
would be
regarding multiple domains and what other things that you want to get implemented there. UIDs cannot be used because they can't be on two documents in the same path. Okay. So you want to have different URLs but the same document, or what is it? Like you have one same document for two apps or for two websites, but it has two UIDs, or is it different documents in that case, but they will have some kind of But UIDs in general, we can have some kind of namespacing or something like this that will categorize them, because I find some situations where people have like a page, the same kind of name of page, but it's under a different directory. Like you can have /products/watch, and you can have /watch directly, and both will use the UID watch. I'm seeing a watch here, that's why I'm taking that example. And it makes sense maybe to have some kind of qualified path instead of a simple path. I don't know if other people find it interesting, but we think sometimes about these kind of things to include like slashes and qualified paths.
Yeah.
So the question that I saw several times, you may already answered. When will the slice variation be released?
Okay, so the slice variation, we are actively working on it, in the sense that we are designing a lot of elements. If you look at the shared slice in Slice Machine, you can see the model already that is supporting variation in a way. And a second thing is that we opened an RFC because we are looking for two things: people that can give us first their use case for variation, so that we are sure that we are designing the feature properly first, and that for that we'll lead some studies with Dragana in order to be sure that this corresponds to what you are looking for. And the second thing is also to understand a bit more the use case, technically speaking. So how the API response should look like, how the definition should look like, all those things. So probably beginning of next year, Now, if you could help us by being involved in the research process, so like being able to give us your use case, being able to give us feedback on the different mockups and prototypes that we'll start to build, it will be really, really good. So I hope that Dragana is already sharing an invite somewhere on the chat to get your feedback and use cases.
I have a question to people that ask for slice variations. What do you like about slice variations? Why you think that it's good for you? Why do you think that you need it? What is the reason, the main reason why you need slice variations? That will help me to have an understanding of why you need it right now. I mean, I'm convinced in slice variations, of course, but we have different things that we're debating today, right? But I mean, they're not major into slice variations, but it's important to get them right.
Yeah.
So if you can tell us why, that will help a lot. I think we should. This is a moment where we should end. I mean, I will wait a little bit to see if there are any other questions. Maybe I missed it, and it's possible, but references would be great. That's Jed is telling this. References. What do you mean references? Example. With a podcast, I'd like to link a guest from a list of guests to an episode. Do you understand?
So that's, if I understand correctly, that's something that we call content relationship in Prismic. So basically, you can create a custom type that will be your guest, and you can create a field in your podcast episode that will link to a document that will be a guest. So basically, you have two custom types: one that will be podcast episode, basically, a second one that will be guests. And when you are so you will create all your guests following using the guest custom type. So you will say Sadek Drobi, CEO from Prismic, is my guest. And then when you will create a new episode for your podcast, you will basically create through a content relationship a link between the episode and the guest. And this is interesting for two things. First,
but we have it, right?
Yeah, we do have it. We do have it. So when
I don't know why Jed is asking for it.
Maybe missed it. Maybe we should do a better job at showcasing it.
Probably.
And the thing is that thanks to that and some parameters that you get through the API, you will be able to get your episode, but also the data coming from the linked document. You will be able to query by a linked document, stuff like that.
James, thank you very much. You can go, and seems James and Samuel got to go to eat. So thanks. Anyway, we'll have to finish here. So before the slice variation, several people talked about that not to have hundreds of slices. Sure. So it's more like about making folders of them. That makes a lot of sense. So we're seeing this case, and we're trying to see if there are other cases than just putting similar slices in one folder so that it's understandable for users. So I think we can stop here, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Have a good holiday.
And thanks everyone, Nuha, Flo, and all the other people that helped from the team to answer your questions. Thank you for being here. And until next time, check out the link for the next product meetup and sign up, and we'll see you there.
See you in January.